Hello, and welcome to the first episode of my knitting podcast, which may just actually be a making podcast because if I'm being honest, I have ADHD and as much as I love knitting, I do a lot of other things. So my name is Aoife. I am a 25-year-old photographer, artist, multidisciplinary artist, if you will, from Toronto, Canada. And I am a knitter, among other things. I picked up knitting in the last 2 years or so, and it is something that I have become obsessed with, which honestly, if I had heard me say that 3 years ago, I'd have been like, what happened? What happened, girl? So a little background on my making history. I first learned how to knit. Knitting was actually the first, fiber art I learned way back when I was 8 years old. I learned how to knit in a church basement with a bunch of old ladies who were so cool. I didn't know at the time, but that was the first thing I learned. And I kind of promptly dropped it and became a crocheter, you know what I mean. And I did that for a long time. Many gifts were made by me via crochet. And I love crochet. I never thought I would knit because knitting made me nervous. Specifically, dropping stitches made me nervous. And just in general, it felt like a different kind of commitment that I was just sort of I don't know, man. But a dear friend of mine who was knitting, she was like, I think you'll like it. And I was like, girl, I don't know. But then I just kept seeing her knits, and I just kept being like, ooh, girl, ooh. And bit by bit, we got here. So I decided I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I had literally just finished my last semester of university, and girls got time now. Well, sort of. And so here we are. So this first episode is going to be my baseline. So what we're doing is we're going to go through everything I made in 2024, as well as the whips that I'm bringing into 2025. And I think I will save plans for another video because I just think it's going to be too much. Now, caveat, I do not have everything here that I made, which I think is pretty normal. I'm a big gift knitter. I only recently got into making garments. It just requires way more planning than I usually like to do. But I have now since, once you get wrapped up in your own knits, there's something about it, you know? So I'm a prolific accessory knitter and crocheter, but let's be real, I have not touched my crochet hooks in a hot minute. I also have a 3-year-old son. Well, no, he'll be 3 next month. So I do knit for him and have some stuff for him here. I wish I had that. I wanted to put the sweater on a hanger so you can see it and be like, ooh, look, cute. But I forgot it and I'm not getting up again. I've had to run around the house looking for things. So yeah, that's the main gist. You guys will learn more about me, I'm sure, as we get to know each other. But I will just start off with my finished objects. I'll try and keep it short. I'll try and, give you the deets, the usual deets, but I'm gonna be so real with you. I do not know all the deets. I don't have notes with me because I don't want, I just, I. So first off, we have my very first Sophie scarf. I'm just going from top of the list, top of the pile. I am not going to order these because I don't even have notes, guys. What do you mean? This, I don't even know what yarn this is. I don't have the ball band either. It was like, I bought it for this, like, to make this, but, like, I was in the yarn shop, and it was a total impulse purchase. I was like, yeah, I think I'll make a Sophie scarf. Like, you know, you buy a random skein, you're like, I can make a Sophie scarf. And it was like, it's a merino. I know that. It's a DK weight merino in this, like, mustardy color, like, goldeny. And there's lots of mistakes in it. When I was working on the pattern, I did not understand that the decreases and increases were only on one side. And I hate counting. Which is part of why I drag my feet into knitting. But I just, I'm in that rabbit hole now. So first Sophie scarf. And then we have our second Sophie scarf. This yarn, I also don't have the info for. It's one of the, like, I've had this for a hot minute. And, like the yarn. I initially bought it, and used, like, 10 grams, not even 20, 10 grams of it in a DK weight sock that we will not be talking about. It was my first attempt at a sock, and I, after casting off, shoved it somewhere and never looked at it again because it was so ugly and, like, it's just not good. For multiple reasons. But that is also a merino DK. Sorry. And I think are they both superwash? I don't know. This is superwash. This is a Debbie Bliss Tonki yarn. I literally finished this yesterday. It hasn't been blocked, which is why it looks quite wobbly. But this hat I made, like, pretty much in a day. Another video I would love to do is a collection of my pattern, like, books and magazines, because I am a photographer, but I'm also a big reader. Big reader. Books are my friends. And so, getting into knitting and then finding pattern books, they're essentially like photo books with patterns in them. And they're so beautiful. Like, I have Sari Nordland's book, and I think she has from listening to her podcast now, she has a real appreciation for photography and, like, art history and stuff, which I am so with. And, like, her book is shot in Paris. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? You can have my coins. You can have all my coins. This hat pattern, however, is from, I believe, Lakeside Knits. I believe. Cozy Publishing pushes out a book, and I say I will adopt it. You know, like, but this is, I will put in text the name of it because I am not a Dane. This is supposed to have a brim, like, a folded over brim, but I'm not showing you the inside of this hat. No, wait. I think this will be a gift for my friend once I get around to blocking it. Moving on, I'm actually going to put these on right after. Ooh, these do not look cute. I don't even know if putting them on sock blocker would be better. These are just some vanilla socks. I sort of follow the sock project. I did what everyone else does, you know, an amalgamation of Summer Lee, Crazy Sock Lady, and who am I forgetting? Is it just them two? I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Anyway, these are knit in the Issayer sock yarn in this, like, lovely chartreuse, and these are the only socks I have knit for myself. so far. And I was really proud of them. They're not the first socks. The first socks I made I actually gave to my mama because she's great and she works in a place that is cold. And the selling point for me with hand knit socks is they are so very warm. And as a cold-handed, cold-footed girly, like you put them on and it's like a hug from like a sweaty toddler. And I love the color. The color's so fun. It's a bit brat, you know. Unfortunately, these are not even. The legs are not the same. One is longer than the other, or one is shorter than the other, depending on how you want to look at it. I did these, like, eyeballed them. And I will continue to eyeball things, and they will continue to be uneven until maybe I learn my lesson. We'll see. I'm actually going to toss these behind me, because I don't think it'll look cute in the frame. I just have, like, that pile there. So next up, we have this sort of Oslo hat. It's quite short for an Oslo. It's knit in, I believe, Knitting for Olive, like, cream. But, like, there's other stuff in here. I think there's, like, a mystery yarn for my stash. Like, I held 2 yarns, like the merino, the Knitting for Olive cream merino with something else. And then we have, like, that folded over thing. But, like, I didn't do it so that it was meant to be double folded. It's quite dense as a fabric. But I made this for my son. It was not the first hat I made for him. And it was also not the last hat I made for him. I also made him another Oslo that's like longer. I was really proud of myself though because I didn't know how to do decreases. Like, I'm pretty sure before this. Like, I might be wrong. It might have been the socks that I learned how to do that. But like, I just remember being like, guys, look at my decrease. They're not even that nice. Look at my decrease. But that was me. So I knit this for him, and he didn't really want to wear it. And I one day was wearing my orange hat, and he was like, I want the orange hat. And I was like, that's my orange hat. And he was like, I want the orange hat. So I made him an orange hat. I made it in that orange feeling. I don't have it with me. I will post a picture because I have a nice picture of it. It's downstairs. And I do not have it in me to run downstairs to get the other hat. Imagine this orange and a little bigger. There you go. So that's that. Next, we have this hat, which is sort of a softy hat from the 52 Weeks of Easy Knits book. I made this before I knew how to do crown decreases, so it's just got like a cinched top, but it's a merino. It's in this like chocolatey brown color. It's for me, and it's like a ribbed hat, you know. I'm not gonna put it on class day. Oh my god, is that a loose? That's funny. Girl did not weave in her cannot say that I'm better. Not perfect, but I'm better. Okay. Penny gloves. These are another case of eyeballing gone wrong, which is to say that they are uneven on the arms, and they are also like they don't match. Like the thumb like increases and stuff don't match because was this the second pair? No, I think it was my first pair, but like I did the first one and I was overconfident and I was like, I don't need to look at that pattern. It's just such a simple pattern. I don't need to look at the pattern. And I definitely needed to look at the pattern because they don't match. Should I show you? I will show you, I guess. This looks like someone has a like a fat This is the way it's supposed to look. They're for me. I wear them. Like when I'm knitting and stuff. And this is knit in Quince & Co. Whatever their sport weight is. Like chickadee? Question mark. And I think the color is like apricot. These need a depilling, like those socks need a depilling. I actually wanted to wear them. Okay, almost there. Now we're moving into garments. So, this sweater I made for my son. It's big on him, but, you know, them kids be growing. This is also, it's in the same Debbie Bliss merino. Like, it's a chunky yarn. And I did this before I learned how to do Italian bind-off. So the sleeves look like something. That's for sure, like tubular bind-off. I'm not mad at it. My goal is to make him like a sweater each year. I believe it's Knit All the Things does that with her kids, and I just thought that was like a nice sentiment because depending on the child, they may or may not like appreciate it, and I do very much support the like idea that like, why am I wasting my time knitting for you if you don't give a about it, right? But I'm gonna give him time to be able to grow and see the value. Oh, my cat's coming to join us. But I didn't follow a pattern for this. I made this after I made my first raglan, which was the step-by-step sweater, obviously, by the Queen Florence of... Oh my god, why am I blanking? Handmade by Florence, jeez. And I didn't follow a pattern. I literally just like cast on an unknown amount of stitches because who's taking notes here? Not me. Yeah, anyway, we'll see if I change who I am. And I just like made him a raglan. And yeah, it's just a merino. It's super soft. It's super wash. So yeah, it'd be stretching. You know. It's in this lovely light blue. And like I said, Debbie Bliss. I think I got it on sale too, the yarn, which was kind of nice. Moving on. We have 2 more finished objects. I also made another pair of penny gloves that I gifted to a friend of mine for their birthday. We love a Scorpio over here. I'll see if I can get them to send me a picture. And then I made my partner a hat recently in this. I made it in drops brushed alpaca in the color pistachio, and I held it with this Quince & Co. like alpaca blend that I found interestingly at the same yarn shop. We are very spoiled in Toronto for yarn shops, and that's part of why I'm doing this, because like, I don't know, seeing Aussies struggle with shipping is just Ooh. Anyway, so this is the very popular stripe over the polo. This was made for me. It was my first like successful garment, I would say. I have 2 other garments that were sort of complete, but like not successes, and will likely become salvaged for yarn at a later date, like when my stash looks different than it does now. I don't think I have too huge a stash. We'll talk about that in plans, but yeah, this is made. This was an interesting project. Remember what I said about planning and how I'm not good at it? This is made in a few things. So the green is the color apple. It's this Debbie Bliss Farkland yarn I got on sale at like Romney Wools, R.I.P. Romney Wools, Queen Street. And it's like an Aran, and I started it with the white color or cream color being Yarn Citizens Unity Worsted. I bought 2 skeins of that, and I should have bought 3. I knew this at the time, but they were like $18 or something per skein, and I was just like, I'll come back if I need to. And then they sold out, and it's not like sold anywhere else near me. I checked. So I brought my mostly finished sweater with the sleeve left, and I'm looking for the shoulder that I tried to like fudge it. Doesn't matter. That's good, actually. If I there, I think it's that's really nice. That makes me happy that I can't really tell where the mistake was. So instead, I ended up buying a ball of knitting for Olive heavy merino and cream, and finishing the second sleeve with that. Tell me if you could tell which sleeve it is. There's a stain on this. I think it'll wash out. It looks kind of like surface level, but I think it might be pasta or something. We are getting better at wearing our knits and finishing them. So yeah, stripe over the polo, love it. Makes me happy. It's extremely warm, obvi. All hand knits are. So this is my most recent FO like garment, and it is my Maggie vest. So here she is. Straighten her out. This is what I wanted to wear today, but I was like wearing it and just sweating. This I still want to make some like, bits, do some a little something to. The right side is longer than the left, and I don't know how that happened exactly. It's probably something to do with the way I did the buttons. The button bands are also not even. I made the inside one shorter. I'm all about them shortcuts, and I pay for it every time. I just want to direct you. My favorite detail of like the Maggie series is like the shoulder sleeves, and like where they I just love this little the increase thing them designers be doing, where where they do that little it goes whoo. It's just so satisfying. I've seen some Ozetta even here or here, the sound effects are necessary. I love how I said I wasn't gonna put them over the couch. Okay, and that is everything that's finished that I have and I'm willing to show you, given my energy levels. I am getting over a cold. This is the first day that I felt kind of good. Okay, that's an overstatement. This is the first day I haven't felt like caca. Little toddler language for you. We potty train in this bit. So something really funny happened before I started. Well, I didn't think it was funny. I thought I was sad. I'm still sad. So I'm working on this second penny glove, and I guess I must have sat on it. I haven't done this I've never sat on a needle. I once had one break in my hands. Interestingly, also a 3.5 millimeter. These are C-knit needles too, which are not. These ain't cheap, girl. And they're 3.5s. Why couldn't they be something stupid like a 375? I'm not gonna use so much. I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about this, but here's my first work in progress. I was like, is this a bad omen? Maybe don't turn the camera on today. And literally right before too. Not the US 4s. Not the US 4s. So these are another pair of penny gloves I'm making for my son's good mother, who is one of my besties, Abby. She's in Brazil right now, so she don't need these, but they're knit in drops alpaca in this black charcoal color. They're cute. Ends are not weaved in. Don't talk to me, okay? I'm still mourning. So that's my first finished object. Alright, so we gonna excavate now through the mess on my floor. Okay, so like I said, I have ADHD and autism. I like to pretend I don't have ADHD and it's just the autism. But that's just not true. As my partner likes to remind me, they don't have ADHD. Their mother has autism though, so they're like used to it. But moving right along. Point is, I love me a cast on. I love me a cast on, and I love me, but I also love me an FO. You know, I like the it's done. Like it's done. I do like that feeling, but I do like a cast on, which is weird because like the actual cast on process and like that first couple rows, as we know, is not a fun time. It's just not. And yet I still continue to to do it. So first things first, I'm not going in any particular order. I'm currently trying to do like a 3 out 1 in, like kind of vibe where like I finish 3 things and then I can cast on 1 thing because, you know, we gotta gamify this stuff with us funny goofy brain people. And I'm not gonna be like, you have to finish all your whips before you can cast on it. That is just setting myself up for disaster. But I am curious, like through filming this, which I hope is still filming. Is the red dot on? Where's the red dot? Yeah, the red dot's still on. That I will know how many there are. Ooh. Last I counted there was 13, but I know that's not accurate anymore. Because I have finished things and I've also cast on more things. Like I said, I love an accessory. I love a gift knit. I do a lot of my knitting like on my commutes. And the TTC sucks, so it makes me less resentful for delays and things, which has been actually quite nice. I actually kind of like almost enjoy my commutes now. Like I want to take like a long bus ride or something. Moving on. This is a hat I cast on yesterday. It is, I'm using a pattern from Urban Knit Easy, which is a book I bought a little bit ago. And I have them on these fun, like, rose gold metal square, like, perfect for hat. You know, it's on knit on a 4mm. Why couldn't I have sat on this guy? Like, I would have a hole in my butt instead of a broken needle. I do love wooden needles, though. Even if they don't love me. I'm knitting this in Cascade 220 in this gray color. Moving right along. First whip. Whip of the risk. I have all my whips in this big bag from Indigo that I got like a couple years ago. It's not all of them, actually. There's still like 2 other baskets. Alright, what do we got in here? Oh, I think I'm actually going to redo this because I don't know what's going on. It's supposed to be the Terra something scarf from Sorry Norland's Softly book, but I don't know what row I was on, and I'm just learning how to read charts, like, pretty much. Like, you know, not like I can't, but you know what I mean, like, actually doing it. I'm also never cabled or done color work, so those are 2, like, skills that I'm, like, you know, we getting there, but don't rush me, I don't actually see myself doing a ton of color work, but, like, at least not for a while. Like, I can see myself doing it down the line, especially with, like, my scraps and stuff. Like, I have a feeling, like, I have, you know, you have there's something about, like, having, like, 20 or 30 grams of something and, like, using it. Anyway, in here, what do we got? See, this is the thing. There's actually, like, a surprise for me. Like, ooh, what's in here? Another hat, sort of. This is gonna be an old hat by, I believe, is it Susan Mueller? I could be wrong. It's then on 3mm. I'm knitting it in drops. Flora. I feel like you have to say it like that. Frog drops floor, actually. Because I tried to use it for something else and it was just not happening. Because I'm a bad planner, okay? I'm getting better, okay? I'm getting better. And this is also another retrosaria. I'm going to just call them yarn bag. I'm going to call these yarn bags. If it can't sit up on its own, I'm going to call it a yarn bag. Moving on. And in here, we have socks. This is one of my favorite project bags. It's so cute. So this I got from the Knitting Loft as well, and I eyed it for a hot minute before I bought it because, in my opinion, this is expensive. Now knowing what I know, it's pretty much like a normal. This is the second sock, at least. I actually think, so I'm knitting this in like the Knitting Loft sock yarn. In, I believe it's like wild blue or something, but like, y'all, look at that. Like I said, knitting these for my partner, using classic Chow Goose. I've already finished the first one. These silk pattern is, I think, the kindling socks or something like that. I've never put them on a sock blocker, so. I mean, I got this, this sounds like a Knitting Loft, like, ad, but I got this sock blocker at the Knitting Loft. And it's got, like, ribbing on the top, and, like a smooth bottom, heel flap and gusset. You already know what it is. And I love it. And hopefully I will finish the second one soon. Who am I kidding? Not. I will finish it. At some point. And it's got these like fun pearl bump details. I think there's like a 2x2 rib on the cuff. Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. I have a habit of giving up on making the leg long. Hopefully they'll at least match. Isn't this sock blocker so cute? I know they're like overpriced, but like, look how cute. Look how cute. I was watching a video earlier and she was saying how like, where did all your money go? It went to project bags. I'm like, where did all your money go? To the sock blocker. To be honest though, more than unlikely they went to knitting books. It's just, I love a deal. I love a bargain. And there's no way. Basically, if you want to make, or even plan to make 5 out of the, on average, 20 patterns in those books, like, you paid for it. You know what I mean? Because if you were to buy one of them, they're like, what, $8-10, depending on what it is each. And, like, a lot of the time you can buy those patterns, like, on their own in Ravelry. But it's just, I love a bargain. Like, sorry, Lauren's been doing this Christmas countdown. I bought 3 patterns. 3 sweater, 3 full, like, you know what I mean? And I do plan. I think I know which one. I think what I'm going to do is cast on like, New Year's or something. I think I saw Tokes Knits or someone say that they were going to try and do, like, a cast on New Year's Day. And I just think that's, like, a great idea. I just think it's a great idea. Look how cute. Okay, moving on. I'm going to put you back. Oh, let's talk about it. It's got pockets on the inside. Drawstring. I do not like zippers. Miss me with that ish. I wonder if there's anything in the pockets. Sometimes I'll have like needle stoppers in here, but it looks like I emptied it out. Moving on. Alright, friend. Until we meet again. Are you all still recording? Okay. Moving on. Oopsies. I love me a Bram. It's got mushrooms on the inside. Did I say that? So, in this, ooh, we have another sock. So, this is the ruffle sock from the Queen of Knitting, Miss Petite Knit. And I just wanted a ruffle sock. Specifically, a red ruffle sock. I also want yellow ruffle socks, but you know. All in good time. I made a mistake on when I started these. There's a big old hole near where the ruffle is. It can be fixed, but I'm not going back on this fingering weight yarn. I don't love this yarn. It feels like squeaky. It's a 75-25 sock yarn. Like, you know. But she bright. She real bright. Definitely not throwing this in the wash with anything. After I cast on this sock is when I realized that fingering weight socks take a minute. Did you know that? Fingering weight socks take a minute. And it's in this project bag that I got from Knit Toronto. So there's a fun story with this bag. I don't love it. Like, I don't really like orange that much. But I went into Knit on like a Sunday, and I was like looking to get like a project bag. And I was like, hey guys, do you have some more affordable project bags for my little student budget? And this lovely lady goes, I'll give you a free one. And she's like, yeah, here you go. Here's the free project bag. They're made by like single mothers. And I was like, that's so cool. I'm a single mother too. And I did not know this at the time, but the lady I was speaking to was the Claudia Quintanilla, who is literally the owner of the store. Oops. Do you have like more for? It was just funny, and I have yet to I go to that store shop quite a bit. It's like right by one of my close friends' house, and it makes me happy, and I need all that. But I just thought that was really lovely and sweet of her to like me be like, do you have something a little bit more important? She's like, here's free. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm hoping to see her at her store another time and ask her, and at that time buy her book, and like her new book, you know, the one, and get her to sign it, because that is my privilege, you know. Moving on. Ruffle socks, petite knit, red. One day. I think I'm going to try and do that thing where you do like a sock a month. At some point. We need to get some stuff going, you know. Moving on. We're almost at the end of this bag. In here, we have a crochet project. This is a blanket I started planning to give to my son. I think it could still work, like, as, like, you know, if I were to finish it. And this is like an acrylic yarn. I'm making it in this, I don't know if it's moss stitch, but yeah, I'm using this like taupey color and this creamy speckly one. Let's see what the width of this, oh, she wide, she real wide. And yeah, I haven't touched it in so long because I'm a knitter now. A loyal knitter. And I do hyperfixate, and I try to like kind of be kind to myself with that. For example, finishing that entire hat in like a day because I felt like it, regardless of how many other whips I have. This isn't a backpack that I got when I was in Mexico a couple summers ago. It's not a project bag, just a bag. But like the straps are not really conducive for wearing, so I've decided to keep my cutie patootie. Oh, I love this. That's actually really lovely. It's like a front pocket with a little zip. Cute. But yeah. Mexico. That was like my first trip after. We're almost done. I think there's like 3 left. Alrighty. So, oh, did I drop those stitches? I would cry. In here we have, oh, so this is funny. I have to show you this whole thing. Okay, so in here I have this Petite Knit project bag that I did not buy from Petite Knit directly. There is a, like, yarn shop, in Montreal that I heard about from a podcaster who was, like, buying something else, and, I found it, and I'm really grateful that I found it. And I ordered yarn, and this project bag, and I did not know this at the time. I sound like, I'm gonna seem like such a up your butt. You know what I mean? Like I'm up petite knit's butt. So I'm working on this Bruno vest by Morka Knit, I think. And I'm knitting it in Double Sunday in the shade Nougat, the old one, I believe. I think this particular shade has been discontinued. Like, I think now they have, like, a Nougat Light and, like, another new, like, there's, like, two, I don't know. I don't know if this color is, like, still part of their, like, regular, like, lineup. They do be, you know, seems like there's a lot going on there. And I was like, oh my god, it matches this bag so well. And then I was like, wait a second. Petite Knit is the Sadness Garn, like, you know, they're like besties. Turns out this bag is in the shade Nougat. So it really does match. I went on the website to, like, check, and I was like, oh my god. And I just had, like, I did the back, like, the upper back panel, and I just started on the right shoulder. And generally speaking, I make everything in an XL. I can fit into a large, but I just prefer the way XL fits with the way that I like to style myself. In this project bag, there's like a lot of pockets. Like there's like a lot of little ones, and there's a couple like medium-sized ones, which I like appreciate, you know. And here I have, you know, of course, the classic stork scissors, and I have it in this leather scissors case. I got the scissors from Romney Wolves for like a good price, because sometimes they can be like $30. I'm like, you crazy. This I got for like 10, I think, and the like leather sleeve, because I would most definitely stab myself by accident. It's from Unit as well. Along with that, I have my Notions pouch, because it's like, I guess, my main project bag right now, like garment. And in here we have, this is my Notions pouch. It's not actually a Notions pouch, it's a coin purse that I got. But I got it from a yarn shop. And it's like, you know, in here, well, first we have clipped onto it my Mod, you know, good old tape measure, and it's like clicked on. I love it. It's got like olives on it and like orange. Are those peaches? Oranges? I don't know. I don't even like olives. I eat like a toddler, but it's just so cute, and it's got like this rose. Ah! Anyway, I tried to use it as a coin purse, but it made me sad, so I started using it as a Notions purse again. And here we have this little, you know, needle case. I think it's super cute. I love me a natural wood. I just do. Even if it puts me in debt, I just do. And we have darning needles in here. Then we have, so I got these from Muji. They're like little, I don't know, pill cases or something. Or like for your makeup. I keep stitch markers in here. I have those heart ones in here. And I also have the locking, I didn't know this was going to be a show and tell, but I also have those locking ones in another one. Everyone says they don't like the ones that don't open, but I'm like, I do. Not always, not for everything, but I do. And then I also have like two like barber cords, one like of different thicknesses, one is like slightly thicker than the other depending on what project I'm putting what on hold. And then we got the little snips. We got the, I don't need to have these in here. As you saw, there were already scissors in there, but like, eee! I think I have to cover my face and do that. If you, oh yeah, I can hear her trying to focus. And I think that's everything in here. Sometimes I'll have like needle stoppers and stuff as well. Notions pouch, but that's the main gig. And I think that's everything in there. Nope, I'm a liar. I'm a big fat liar. I have a row counter. So I actually just got these from the store, the website that shall not be named, that starts with an A. I have that Jeffrey Bezos in my head. But I got like, you know, these because my son kept stealing my clicky one and I can't find my Cocoa Knits one. I still have like my Knit Picks like row counter, But I really like the fact that I can, like, have this on my thumb. Because I don't want to get that, like, Cocoa Knits, like, maker keeper. It's, like, almost $30 for a magnet that goes on your arm. Like, I'm ridiculous, but I'm not, at least, who am I kidding? I was about to say, I'm not that ridiculous. I might be one day. Who knows? Just not today. Bruno vest. 2 more whips. I don't really want to show this to you, but for a couple reasons. One, I don't love it. And 2, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm making this sweater for my friend. It's the Simple and Simple sweater from the Knitting for Olive book. Moving on. That's all you get, because I don't want to talk about it. It does exist, though. Here we have the hood. The Harris hood. I'm so proud of myself. Harris hood. I don't remember the designer's name. But I wanted this is for me. I also want to make one for my mommy. I'm knitting this in Albertine. It's in this, I think it's called like Raisin, the color, which is not usually one of my colors, but like I bought it on a whim. I actually planned to use it to make socks, but then I realized how long fingering weight socks take. So I'm holding it double to still not me gauge. I'm knitting out on a 4.5 for the main, which you're supposed to do, I believe, 4.5 for the ribbing, and then like a 5mm for the, you know, the main-ish. But I just wasn't loving the way it was shaping up, so I switched to a 4.5mm, and hoping to just like follow and get like, you know, same like measurements, maybe like not meet the road gauge, but like maybe block the crap out of it. So yeah, that's that. What is that brand? Is that everything? That's everything. I'm a liar. This is going to be I think it's like Achilleos Tank by Sari Norland from her book Softly, Timeless Knits. This is Quince & Co. held with, what mohair are you? I think it's Gepard Garn. Like, their mohair. This was frogged from a garment I tried to make that I did not have enough for, and blah 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 blah, but you know, planning back to what I said. But that is everything. I'm curious what my current total for whips are. And oh, there's one more. There's one more whip. It lives at my partner's place, and it is the Artisan cardigan by Sadness Garn. I'm knitting it in this blue color. He has blue eyes. I feel like that should be said. Like, you know, with this. They're like blue-gray, so like, you know, depending on what he's wearing, it'll like bring it out more than not. Like I made him like a greenish hat, and you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? That lives at his place right now. I think like when it becomes like a priority knit, that'll be when. I wonder if I can get that done by Valentine's Day. It's for him, but I will be wearing it. Like, it's going to be our cardigan. It will fit both of us, and I will be wearing it. Sweater curse be damned, I guess. But that's everything from me. I think. I say this as I literally see, like, another whip. Like, right there. It's another one of, like, one of the Harris hoods. The one I'm making for my mom. In, like, Drops Nepal, so I'm actually meeting gauge for that one. I'm still sad about the broken needles. Like, why did it have to be my 3.5s? I guess I'm gonna have to go to the yarn shop and get a new one. Alright, thank you for joining me while I yapped about everything I'm doing. Let me know what you think about my 3 out 1 in deal. Let me know, of course, what you're knitting. And let me know what your favorite workhorse yarn is. Yeah, that's your assignment. Thank you for watching, and happy making, and I will hopefully see you sooner than later.